I just asked from childhood.
Welcome to the Prisoner to Painter podcast, stories of inspiration, where we talk about mental health, addiction, religion, becoming a business owner and self-sufficient, for what, when, where, and why. Join us and we can be your local hope dealer.
Inspiration and dedication. I came a long way from sleeping in them pages. I got my life back, I feel amazing. Life's a book, don't get stuck on sad pages. Rainy days with no money, hard work lead to days that are sunny. Looking back, it was all needed. The problems, the pain, the trauma, the grieving. You are now tuned in to the prisoner to painter. Prisoner to painter. Hard work, dedication. Rainy days, inspiration. Prisoner to painter.
And now, a word from your local hope dealer.
All right, I'm just waiting on Facebook to catch up.
No, that's fine. Perfect. Welcome to the Prisoner to Painter podcast. I'm Nathan McDermott.
And I am Katie
And
McDermott.
today joining us is Eric and Josh. How are you guys doing, man? Thank you for coming on. Thank you for traveling this far, man. I say thank you to everybody very, probably too much, but it takes a lot of courage to come on and tell your story. But then an added bonus, you guys drove an hour in not so great weather. So seriously, thank you both.
Whatever it takes.
Yes, sir.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, that's the point of it anyways. So, and we've never found a good way to interview two people at once. So if one person wants to answer and then jump on it or whatever, but I do try to bounce back and forth so we don't stay just on one person.
You get a little bell.
Yeah.
First one to hit it gets the answer.
Little hand clicker. What is
So normally we so we try to understand a little bit of childhood because sometimes it'll show why people are the way they are. But sometimes it doesn't. My childhood was great and I still turned out to be a piece of shit. So it doesn't.
We are big on questioning if it's nature versus nurture.
Yep.
Sometimes it's the lack of nurture. Sometimes it's the lack of a positive environment. Sometimes it's neither. You had both and stuff still went that way.
But
So
what we have come to find out is all stories are pretty close to each other. And the businessman that's come on is the same story as the drunk drug addict. And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Like to me, it's showing that people are just people. It is what it is. So what was your family dynamic growing up?
So my mom was married to my stepdad. They've been married since I was 6, so they've been married 31 years.
Awesome.
My mom and father were never married.
Okay.
So I would go to my dad's every other weekend, and then I'd live with my mom the rest of the time.
Gotcha.
Growing up, man, I mean, it was good. I had a decent childhood. I had a big span of a family, both on my mom's side and my dad's side.
I was just gonna say that.
And I had a decent childhood, and then I got involved with the wrong kind of people later on in life.
Just curious, did you move and get in with the wrong group of people, or were you always in the same place?
I was always in the same place. So when I would go to my dad's on the weekends, I would be out in Charlotte, Michigan.
Okay.
And then my mom's, I'd be in Lansing, Michigan. It was just the group of people that I decided to venture off with when I got a little older.
Yeah. I was curious because I moved from Fowlerville to Jackson, and I will never say it was the city. It was like that right age. I was 13, but I'm like, moving didn't help the case either, though.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yep. Same with you, family dynamic, man.
So biological father, my dad, went to prison when I was young.
Okay.
He's out now, but spent pretty much my whole life there. My mom met my stepdad when I was 7 or 8.
Okay.
They are still married. They're actually getting ready to have their 31st
Wow.
anniversary on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Mom was single parent, so I moved quite a bit. Not because she wasn't doing well. She just kept trying to upgrade us.
Yeah.
Better job, different location, school district. You know what I mean? So
Can't beat up on
I was always the new kid.
Yeah.
Always the new kid. And I think I just wanted to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
So I became a chameleon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I wasn't who I was a lot of the time, or who I really truly am. You know what I mean? I was who I needed to be liked. And we all know how that goes.
You're the second person to call it that. Sorry to interrupt you. The
Yeah.
first being her. I've never heard that term before until her, and then you're the second person I've ever heard.
Chameleon?
Yeah, I've never heard that. I don't know.
You shaped through your environment.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
super understand it, but
Yeah,
I've
like,
never heard it.
So like, you know, I was born and raised in Lansing. I went to pretty much all the schools in Lansing, and then 7th grade up until I graduated,
Mhm.
I went to St. John's, which is more Pacific Sun back then, the Buckle
Mhm.
type people.
Yep.
Mhm.
Where in Lansing it was, you know, Janko, or not Janko, but Johnny Blaze,
Yep.
you know, Tommy, all that stuff. So I just was an outcast.
Mhm.
And that brought me to the wrong people.
Yep.
You know, I went with the misfit, the outcast, and made some bad choices, man. I had a great childhood. I had everything that I needed.
Mhm.
You know, by no means we weren't rich,
Yeah.
but I had love. I had all of the dynamics that a good household has.
Yeah.
I'm just stubborn.
Yeah.
I really am. You're not going to tell me the sky's blue.
Yeah.
See a little gray in it. You know what I mean? Like things of that nature. Like I'm going to push buttons. I'm going to test boundaries.
Mhm.
And, that sent me on a 20-year downward spiral.
I did a small stint in Lansing at was some heroin house. Okay, that was the wrong way to put it. It was a house dedicated to heroin addicts. I think Brian ran it. It was God, I don't remember where it was, but yeah, Lansing's very good for recovery. It's very good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It you know, anywhere is good for recovery.
Yeah.
It really is, but you have to want it.
Yep.
You know, like we were discussing before we started, like
Yeah.
you take yourself anywhere. In the beginning, you need to remove yourself from high risk situations
Mhm.
until you figure your shit out.
Yep.
But eventually you can't run from people, places, and things.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you
I
have to
know.
figure your stuff out, and then it's not a question of what you're around, who you're around, or things of that nature.
Mhm.
It's who you are as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
The
sir.
energy that you put off, like we were saying.
Yeah.
I go find dope in the smallest little hick town
Yep.
that nobody knows me,
Yep.
and I would just get approached by those people.
Yep.
Now I go everywhere, and none of them people even look at me anymore. You know what I mean? I met the kindest, greatest people in my life now because I'm putting off a different energy.
Yep. No, I agree completely, man. It's bad terminology, but it's almost like the smell of death. Like really, it's like, oh, that guy does drugs. I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist. It don't.
No,
you know?
they don't.
Yeah, I did a ride along with actually the cop that arrested me. I did it for this podcast,
Awesome.
and I got to ask the question: how do you not like see somebody? Like I looked at this lady, I'm like, she's clearly on meth. Okay, like there's no doubt in my mind she's on drugs. How do you like not just go and arrest her? And you know, they got to give you a reason and this and that. But I'm like, even cops like that, they think, oh well, cops don't know. Cops know too. Everybody knows. Like, man.
I was a functioning addict.
Yeah.
Which is you know what I mean? Like I still work.
Mhm.
There was a stint where I was defiant. I was like, I'm never working for
Yeah.
anybody again because I'm not gonna be broke because somebody don't want to pay me.
Yeah.
Spiteful, hateful.
Yep.
But yeah, it's you know, like you have to be able to just phrase this. We'll move on.
Okay, right on,
Let me
right
phrase
on.
it.
No,
I
that's
don't
perfect,
want
that's
to
perfect.
ruffle some feathers.
Yes, sir. What was your favorite cereal growing up?
My favorite cereal, I'd have to say peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Peanut butter
Okay.
Captain. Jeez,
So you
don't-
just don't like the repairman.
Yeah. I know. Oh man. Okay, so mom married stepdad at like 6 years old. It sounds like you have a pretty good childhood. Where were you born and raised at?
I was born in Lansing, raised in Lansing, and then also out in Charlotte
Charlotte.
on the weekends.
Right on.
You know,
Right on. What was your favorite childhood memory?
my favorite childhood memory, man. Got quite a few of them.
That's good.
Yeah, Christmas is out at my grandma Osborne's out there in Charlotte. The family reunions that we would have up in Muskegon,
Mhm.
you know, and then the trip that me, my sister, my mom, and stepdad took. We went to SeaWorld and Cedar Point.
Awesome.
You know,
Awesome.
those were some of the ones that stuck out quite a bit with me.
Gotcha. And then always on the reverse token, what's your least favorite childhood memory?
Oh shit. Huh. The day my mom took me to the Eaton County Sheriff's Department and had them write me a truancy ticket for skipping school.
Okay. Okay. Shit. Well, so it sounds like she tried to keep you accountable.
She did. She
Awesome.
did. And
Awesome.
I was stubborn with it, you know, and didn't listen back then,
Mhm.
you know. So I mean, I was on and off probation as a minor for quite a while.
Okay.
You know, I just didn't like being in school, man.
Yeah.
I started hanging out with the stoners and alcoholics and stuff,
Yeah.
and you know, I went down the wrong path.
Dude, and it's crazy because I super connect with that. I also had a very good childhood, like very loving, and I got connected with the guys like that. I know them, so I can say this. There wasn't much love at their home. There wasn't a lot going on for them. That's why they were drunk drug addicts, and but I needed to fit in. So it's like we were two different people, but we had the like mind of wanting to get high, really. But
Most definitely.
yeah. Favorite childhood memory?
I would have to say scoring my first touchdown in football.
Awesome. Okay.
That was probably, I got so many memories. That one sticks out.
Okay.
So basketball was my sport.
Okay.
I'm good at all sports. Was good at all sports.
Yeah,
I'm 40 now.
Yeah.
Knees are a little shot, you know, but yeah, I would say that one for sure.
Awesome.
What's your favorite cereal?
Oh man, probably Golden Grams.
Golden Grams right on.
Yeah.
Dude, mine's been Fruity Pebbles for forever. Only one other person has said that. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, I thought that was the GOAT. I guess I'm wrong. Like, least favorite childhood memory.
I would have to say that was the first time I ever went to jail. Just a quick rundown. Was with some kids that did some things. I didn't tell on them.
Mhm.
I was up in Ludington in a Gus Macker,
Okay.
and I get a phone call from my mom early in the morning and asking where we are. And this is abnormal because my mom's got background. You know what I mean? So like that kind of drive just isn't feasible for her to come up and see me play. So they come up and they put me in the car and tell me I got to go back to St. John's. Clinton County cops want to talk to me. I'm not going to be arrested.
Yeah.
I just got to give my statement.
Gotcha.
So I get there, I get pulled out, slammed on the hood of the car, cuffed, and proceeded to spend the first half of my senior year locked up in jail. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they lied and they arrested you.
Yeah. You know, but don't get me wrong. Like back then I was, you know, fuck the government. Pissed that put me in a bad thing. But at the end of the day, now that I'm older and I've worked through all these things, I made a choice not to do the right thing back then, and I paid consequences. You know what I mean? So there's no ill will there. Still just a shitty memory, man.
That is probably my favorite podcast that we've ever done. Like, no offense to anybody, but it's because of my history. Chief Pittman, I've interviewed him twice. He's a cop that arrested me 10, 15 years ago. Like, and at the time, fuck him, fuck Napoleon Township, screw you guys, all this. And then now it's like, no, that was the best thing that ever happened. We go out to breakfast. Like, I'm grateful for him as a friend.
Yeah.
And then also, I never thought I'd be friends with a cop, so that's cool too. You know, so that's cool too. But man, who's the most influential person in your life growing up? Somebody you looked up to?
Man, there's a few of them. My mom's dad, my grandpa Osborne, my grandpa Vaughn, and then my dad and my stepdad.
Awesome. So it's a lot of positive role
Positive
male
role
figures.
models,
Yeah, awesome, dude. Awesome. Same for you.
First and foremost, my mom.
Yep.
That's where all my morals and ethics come from, and my kindness and empathy and compassion. Like that woman has been through the ringer. Has every reason in the book to be angry at the world and just her circumstances in life, and she will give you everything she has. You know what I mean? So like that's where I got that from. My stepdad, man. We just talked about this on Thanksgiving. Like, I don't know how my neck didn't end up in his hands.
Yeah.
For the hell that I would put him through, you know. Never once heard him raise his voice. Never had any hostility in anything. Never complained about anything. Like, just the all around great dude. It takes, you know what I mean? Like, it takes somebody special to raise somebody else's kid.
And then to show them what love.
And then
exactly,
especially when the kid's a little.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't make it easy to love.
It was like, I probably should have died a couple of times as a kid for just being a prick.
Yep.
Hands down. So those are the people that I really looked up to, and still do. You know,
if I'd have got hit every time I deserved it, I'd be dead. I'd be dead for sure. I'd be dead. Man. So it sounds like you both kind of young when you get in trouble. If you don't mind my asking, what was the first time you went to jail or the first serious trouble you got in, and how old were you?
Oh shoot, I was 13 when I went to the England County Youth Center.
Okay.
Yep.
Right on.
And then I went to Camp Highfields a few times.
Okay.
And then I didn't go to jail again until I was probably 18.
Okay. What was the crime, if you don't mind my asking?
When I was 13?
Yeah.
Just truancy.
Got to. See, I had to go to the youth home for the same thing, dude. I was like, this is crazy. Locking me up for not going to school. I'm like, this is nuts, dude. But
it was definitely an experience.
Dude, I mean, really, I still am just like in shock about that. Like, I thought I was the only one. I guess I'm like, dude, just because I don't go to school doesn't mean I should be in a one-man cell. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Like, that's fucking crazy.
They
Man.
They don't play about that for some reason.
No, dude, but it's like, fuck, 30 years ago, you fucking work on a farm and not have to go to school. So, like, what's the difference? I mean, I guess we weren't working on a farm, but
Definitely was.
oh shit, that's fun. And then same. So was that the first crime that you got? In
Yeah.
trouble
So I was 16 when the case started. When I was doing the arraignment and all that stuff. I turned 17 by the time they had moved to sentencing.
Okay.
They charged me as an adult.
Yep.
I had HIDA, Home Youthful Training Act, which kept it off my record if I completed probation. I did that. And then, in between that, I had violated one time and they sent me down here to Chelsea, Michigan, to SAI boot camp back when it was an actual boot camp, not a daycare.
Yeah.
Like when the corporals would fuck you up.
Yep.
For,
when they were allowed to hit you. Yeah.
So I did that and then got back out and completed probation. And then I had like 4 or 5 year run before I got arrested again. And then it was just
Gotcha. What was the crime, if I'm allowed to ask?
so that initially it was grand larceny from a motor vehicle. I was there again, I didn't do it, but I didn't tell on them, and so I'm just as guilty. But yeah, larceny from a motor vehicle, and then everything else has just been possession and.
Gotcha. So never to compare, always to relate. I'll never ask you something I'm not willing to spill on camera. I got 6 counts receiving concealed and stolen merchandise, above 20,000, first degree and third degree home invasion. And I also informed the police. So in a lot of people's eyes, I'm a narc. However you want to, look at that, whatever. I led them to stolen merchandise that I hid. It was kind of like an insurance policy, and it worked. So I didn't go to prison. But I'll never ask you guys something that I'm not willing to say on camera. So I just wanted to say that. And I never compare. It's always related. It's always. So sometimes I feel like my words don't portray that as much as I mean it. So awesome, man. So 13. So you don't go back to jail, you said, until you're 18.
Yep, I stole a bike from East Lansing one night, and I ended up going to jail for just a couple days on that, and then I didn't really get in any kind of trouble until I was 27.
Okay.
I ended up right after my dad passed away back in 2016. The following the very next year, I ended up getting a DUI.
Okay.
So I got a DUI with a high BAC. I blew a .19 at the squad car.
Yeah.
The police officer that pulled me over, I was a block away from my mom's house. The cop that pulled me over was the medical examiner on call the night my dad died. So I had to, when I seen his face, I was tore up. So hey, how's it going? And he took me out of the truck, man. He threw me in cuffs. I went to jail. Got out, and I ran on that for 2 years. Didn't turn myself in. Didn't go to court for it. And then I finally turned myself in. I did the probation for it. I did everything that I had to do. But then as soon as I got released from probation, man, I went back out and I relapsed.
Gotcha. So I don't want to skim along too much because clearly your story is not just addiction. Like there's other parts to it. Did you have a normal high school experience, like proms, sports, anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Fair enough.
I was too busy getting high.
Gotcha. Drug of choice?
Back then it was weed.
Okay.
Weed and alcohol.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then it ended up graduating into cocaine, then crack, then meth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. The lines are crossed and it's buzzing.
Gotcha. No, thank you for fixing it.
You're welcome. Okay.
That's also why we do everything live. Is CNN, Fox, all these news networks. A, I think it's very opinionated, but B, a lot of makeup, fancy lights, everything. I do it live. Shit happens. My cat might jump on the table. Something goes wrong. I want to portray that to the world. Like really, nothing's perfect.
Scripted.
We don't edit nothing either. It's all live. We just put it out there. People think it's laziness. There is a method to it. That's why we do it. Yeah. So same question. What was your drug of choice?
What wasn't my drug of choice? Started with weed, same thing. Then went to a little cocaine, ecstasy, shrooms, Molly, heroin, meth.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I fucking get that, dude. I was a equal opportunity user. I didn't care what it was.
Yeah.
I was a social user, which people think is weird. I wasn't doing it unless the people around me were doing it. And then like if I did it a lot, I didn't have to do it not around people. So it's a totally different thing for me. Like I've seen like him as my partner struggling with the addiction of doing things. And then I'm like, I don't have to do that. I just thought it was fun that we were doing it. But now that you need to like, you have to do it. I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either. Like about her, like doing drugs, she's just done. And I'm like, okay, that makes no sense to me. Alcohol, that might work.
I had no even kilter about it. You know what I mean? Like there was no moderation for me. It was like I don't half-ass anything. Like still to this day, I don't half-ass anything. Work ethic, all that stuff. You know what I mean? But like if I'm gonna fucking do some lines, I'm gonna do some lines.
And I'm gonna do all of them. Not
you know what I mean? Yeah, like and I'm gonna outdo you. You know, like oh, you did one this big. Let's line this one up.
See, I mean, I get that because like I get that. That's like part of it. But then like I'd be like, man, we just did a bunch. My chest kind of hurts. My face kind of hurts. I don't need to do anymore. And he's like, we need to do more.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's
no.
almost like it's there. It's just like I don't know, dude. My fucking nose could be bleeding, throat hurting, and I'm like, I'm gonna do another. Like, why? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'd have been like, your chest hurts, mine doesn't. Maybe I should do more. I'm not quite there yet.
Man, oh man. Okay, so 26. Is there anything from your guys' childhood or schooling that I might have missed that you wanted to share before I move on? Okay.
I don't know what your viewers are like, but if there's kids out there, because one thing that ate me up as a kid, and again, because I moved around a lot, but I was always told that my dreams and aspirations weren't realistic and you weren't going to amount to anything and you can't do that and you can't do this. That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Don't let nobody tell you what you kind of can't do. As far as what, don't take that out of context.
Yeah.
Like we're telling you don't do drugs. Yep. Kind of fucked up like this guy. But like don't let somebody else put limitations onto what you are capable of doing because you start to believe that shit. And that's in a sense where I started to lose my hope in life because I was told so many times over and over again, you're not going to amount to nothing. And then I started to believe that shit. Well, shit, if I'm not going to amount to nothing, I'm just not going to try. I'm just going to do what I do and have fun and, fuck the rest of it.
No,
and that was a shitty way to look at things, man.
Yeah,
it really was.
No, I'm actually very impressed with the wide variety of viewers that we actually do have. It's and then there's some people that they'll talk to me about it in person. I'm like, they don't like it or nothing, but they quite clearly see it because they're talking to me about it. I'm like, it's very nice. Man, oh man. So this is going to be jumping around because now I don't really know how to go in order. So it's just picking and learning. How do you guys know each other?
Jail.
Yeah. Okay.
Jail. Yeah. Even county.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were in jail together. And then I went to rehab. I was in drug court.
Gotcha.
So I was in jail for like almost 270 days, as long as they could keep me before they would kick me out, and then I would have to take myself to rehab. Went to rehab, came back to Pinnacle. He was already out of jail at Pinnacle, so we lived there together. And then we just we're serious about the shit. And even in jail, like we were talking, like this is our last time in jail. You know what I mean? Not for this reason, like on this side of the fucking doors. Like, I'll go back and talk to people or do things if I ever get that opportunity 100%, but I will never be in cuffs again. And that's the mentality we had. And so we just kind of clicked.
When did you guys meet?
This would have been 2023.
Awesome.
Yep, 2023.
2023.
Good stuff, man. So then that's I'm hoping that's the last time you guys got high and all that, right? So you're almost on 2 years?
No, my clean date is August 27th, 2022. So
Awesome.
I'm just over 3 years.
Okay. If you don't mind my asking, how did you find yourself in jail?
So I was absconding from felony probation from Eaton County for possession of meth.
Okay.
And then some stuff had happened, man. Like I was in Rise when I was on probation. I didn't change my people, places, and things.
Mhm.
The chick that I was using with before I went to jail, me and her ended up getting back in contact. She claimed she was sober.
Mhm.
I got her a job where I was working at, and she picked me up when she was high.
Okay.
So instantly I wanted to get high.
Yep.
You know, and I was pissed about it. But I chose to do it. That was my fuck up. And then I absconded from probation for from March of 23 until August of 23.
Okay.
And then I ended up getting pulled over. I had some more meth on me. And the DeWitt Township cop was like, I need your license and registration. I said, I'm not driving the vehicle. I'm not giving you shit.
Yeah.
You know, and he kept on pushing the issue. And he's like, look, man, if you got warrants, we can work this out. I said, dude, I'm not giving you nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't driving. I wasn't in control of this.
You have no
vehicle. Talk
reason.
to the driver.
Yep. Yep.
You know, and he's like, well, we can just get the dogs, you know, and we'll just figure this out. And the dude driving was like, his name's Eric Vaughn. I was just like, oh shit.
That quick.
Yeah.
Man, that quick,
That
too.
quick.
Yep. Yep.
You know, so he takes off back to his squad car, and then he comes back. He's like, well, Mr. Vaughn, step out. You got a warrant. I said, yeah, that's why I wasn't getting the game.
No shit, guy.
Right. So he slaps the cuffs on me, and I told him, I said, hold on, before you go any further, man, I got some dope in my left pocket. I got a pipe in my right pocket.
Gotcha.
You know,
Right on.
And I ended up going to Clinton County Jail. I was there for 270 days. Got out, got released to Eaton County April 5th, went to Eaton County from Clinton County, and then I served like another 7 months there.
Man. Okay. Dude, I just found this out. I forgot what state this guy was interviewing from, Wyoming. If meth is in your system, it's a fucking possession charge. Like they piss tested him and then they gave him a felony. I swear to you, he went to prison over it. I just could not believe that. Mind you, that was like 12 years ago, so
Right.
maybe laws have changed.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I could see like a usage charge,
Yeah.
but possession,
They hit 'em
like
with
you're not. So I'm in possession of protein and calcium and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that sounds stupid.
I just couldn't even I was like, what the fuck? But you know, that's why I love interviewing people though, because I'm like, that's crazy, man. And then I don't fact check anything because your story is your truth. So that's his truth to him, and maybe it's not true. But I'm like, but that's his truth. That's his truth. But yeah, I was like, that's fucking nuts, dude. That sounds like you live in a different country. Type of shit.
Yeah.
Like what, man? Wow, that's impressive. So getting to where we are now, I think I skipped over a couple of main questions. What was your guys' first job? What was your first job?
My first job lasted a week. It was KFC in St.
Rock on.
John's.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry to ruin this for everybody, but I watched the manager drop a whole tray of chicken on the floor and pick it up and throw it in the fryer and serve it to people. So I quit, and I will not ever eat KFC ever again because of that.
I quit at Arby's because I was there my third day. It was the chicken salad. And this lady wanted me to wash mold off of these grapes to cut up and put in the chicken salad. I was like, absolutely not. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
No.
Called me. She said, I'm walking home.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck happened, dude? Like, damn. Man. First job?
Oh, shit. I worked at McDonald's on M99 in Lansing.
Right on, dude. My first job was McDonald's too. Page Ave, third shift. I would never eat there ever. After working there, same thing. I'd never eat there, dude. Man, most notable job. What's your favorite job you've had?
To be honest, man, it's the jobs I have now.
Okay.
So I work for MMRS. I'm a lead technician at Mid-Michigan Recovery Services in Lansing. I've been there since January 20th of this year.
Awesome.
And then the people at Pinnacle were kind enough to ask me to come do some part-time work there as a PRC where I graduated from when I got out of jail.
Awesome.
So
I want to work into that. I'm excited to hear that. What's your most notable or favorite job? Awesome.
For those of you who can't see it, this would be my and my co-owner's business, JJ Painting and More.
You want to type that in there so people can see it later on.
We are on Facebook. But yeah, man, I've painted majority of my life. I've had all kinds of jobs, but a lot of them been painting jobs, and it's not work to me.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
So I don't dread waking up and going to work every day. It makes it a hell of a lot easier.
Yes,
and
it
then
does.
even more of a bonus is I get to keep all of the money now.
Yep.
You know, I don't go do a job for somebody and get paid nothing, and they're out eating steaks and I can't get a fucking slider from, you know what I mean, from Arby's. Like,
after working with some contractors, I'm like, that's a $50,000 job and I'm getting paid this, like whatever. But I'm like,
I like from this side of the table now, like I understand it. I understand expenses and overhead and things of that nature, but still, like,
you can still pay people nice or decent. You can,
dude, yeah, like, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have to work for 4 months to make what you made off this job after paying for your materials and paying the guys. You know what I mean? Like, and I did all the work.
Yeah.
You sat in the truck and played games or whatever the hell you were doing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
so yeah, this is the job.
Yeah.
And then also I am not technically an employee of Pinnacle.
okay.
But I am up there every day. Right now, our company is actually doing a volunteer project for them.
Awesome.
We got a grant from Home Depot.
Nice.
And so we're painting the whole interior and sprucing up the place, going to lay new flooring.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
dude,
that's
it's
fucking awesome.
full circle, man.
Yep.
Full circle. Like
Mhm.
that, I wouldn't have this if
Yeah.
it wasn't for what Pinnacle did for me. You
Gotcha.
know what I mean? I put the work in, don't get me wrong, but the structure, the loving me
Mhm.
until I could love myself again, the all around great people, you know what I mean? Truly care. And I'm not knocking other businesses, but you know, some aren't legitly nonprofit for the people.
Yep.
And it's a moneymaker. You know, these people, that's not the case. Like
Awesome.
these people you got a mom and a dad. They're both the co-owners are women.
Okay.
Teresa is the dad. Teresa will put her foot in your ass so quick.
Gotcha.
But I needed that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like if she could, she'd have smacked me in the back of the head 100 times.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the old nose.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, so I run their step down houses now.
Awesome.
And it's awesome, dude.
Mhm.
Knowing all the guys that are at step down houses since we got through Pinnacle and stuff. And it's a good group of guys, man. And they inspire the shit out of me
Awesome.
every day.
Yep. Dude, when I say it's the least I can do, some people take it like kind of like snobby. No, but I mean that it is the least I can do after all you gave to me or whatever my sobriety. That's the least I can do.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
that's
no condescendence
Nope.
in that phrase.
no, but
When
I mean
say
it wholeheartedly that is the least I can do. Like, dude, you need more from me? Ask, because I'll do it. Like, that's awesome. You said you're 40. How old are you?
Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
I'm
birthday.
37.
Nice. Happy birthday. Really, dude? Heck yes. So about 3 years sober. How long, if you don't mind my asking?
On January 5th, I will be 3 years.
Congrats, man. You know, I once said in a meeting, I only have 60 days clean. This guy looked at me and I'll never forget. He said 60 days is a long time to a dead guy. Yeah, I said, son of a bitch. I'll never say that again ever, dude. Because a guy came on and only had 2 weeks sober. He said only. I gave that to him, dude, and it changed my life when I heard that. It just did. And then it was like right around the time my uncle died, so it was really like, oh fuck, you know. But it hit good. Well, okay, so I love what you're doing. Clearly, I'm into the painting thing. I mean, hence the kind of the name. So, is there anything from active addiction that you guys would like to share? Is there anything, maybe one or two stories, or do we just want to get into the recovery part? Okay, actually, let me rephrase. What is the worst thing you can think of that happened during your addiction?
The worst thing that happened to me in my addiction, man, March 1st, 2016, when I found my dad on my living room floor dead.
Okay.
Ever since, from there all the way up until, from 2016 up until 2022, man, I was on a downhill slide.
Okay.
You know, me and my dad would drink together. Me and my dad would, we would snort cocaine together. We'd smoke crack together. after he died, I went downhill fast, man. I lost a job that I had for almost a little over 7 years. I ended up finding out that meth was a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Figured out how to make it. Like it was a downhill slide real quick.
100%. Yeah, I feel like I need to ask that to make the recovery part like just that little bit better. I just feel like we need to have a little pretext, but I try not to give too much weight to that part of the story because we're not there. Like,
Right.
like you know, but and I did want to say 7 years. So, and I never want to assume you had to really work hard to lose that job. It sounds like because they don't really fire people that's been there that long like that. So,
Oh, yeah.
okay, I wanted that. Okay.
Constantly missing, constantly sleeping past my alarm because I was up too late,
Mhm.
drinking and smoking.
Yeah.
You know, mentally I was not fit. Like I lost grip with reality
Gotcha.
for sure.
Okay. Understood. Do you think addiction is a disease?
Yes and no.
Okay. We'll
Yes,
touch a
and
little
no.
more on that, but I always ask everybody who's been afflicted that question. We're nonpartisan. We don't lean one way or the other with anything. We do that on purpose because we want honest feedback. And
Yeah.
also, I'm a Libra, so I literally am like a scale. Like I really don't fucking care. I mean, same for you. What's the worst thing during your addiction, you think?
Got a long list of dude.
Yeah.
Running off all of my family, man.
Mhm.
Like, and
Yeah.
by the grace of God, I have them back in my life today. But
Mhm.
you know, like in my addiction, I didn't look at it like I was hurting other people because I wasn't physically harming them. I was doing drugs and having fun,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't know how many nights my mom lost sleep worrying that she's gonna get a call that I'm found dead in a ditch or something. You know what I mean? So like, I would probably have to say that.
Okay.
Just the emotional stress and anxiety that I put on people that didn't deserve it because I was being selfish and I couldn't see past my next line or shot or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that was the end game for me at all times. Like I didn't give a fuck about nothing but having another fix. You know what I mean? So that would probably be the worst thing.
Yeah, I lost my sister, so I got a little bit more leeway with my parents, and I knew that, and I took full advantage of that, and that's probably and it's crazy because, and I've said this before, I think I've said it on live. When I tell people that your mom probably forgave you, God forgave you, all these things, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. When I look in the mirror and say it, even after 2 years, I still don't quite believe it. I don't know what it is, but I'm just still don't believe that. God saved my life, man. I mean, really, dude, I didn't have a real step one until I had that epiphany. But that still didn't change. I'm sure Jesus forgave me, but my mom, man, how the fuck you steal a mortgage from your mom and then go get high after and not feel bad? That's me. I'm like, what the fuck? But, try not to hold on to that. Easier said than done sometimes. Easier said than done.
Absolutely.
Man. Okay, so 3 years ago, you guys meet in jail.
Correct.
Okay, awesome, man. How long were we both in jail? Well, not awesome, but
No, well, listen, awesome.
Okay,
Yeah, awesome.
right on.
Divine intervention is a real thing, man.
Yes, it is.
And I'm a firm believer in my life today that everything I am where I'm supposed to be at when I'm supposed to be there, and it's happening the way it's supposed to be.
Yep.
So if I had plans that something was going to come this way today and it didn't, I don't look at it as fuck. Now I have a bad day. I look at it as shit. My higher power is protecting me for some reason.
Yep.
Either A, I'm not going to appreciate it.
Yep.
I don't have the mental capacity to understand it right now
Yep.
just yet.
or to handle
Or
it.
handle, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
so I am a firm believer that, this is just what it's supposed to be today, and this is where I live. I don't, we all plan,
Good.
we all try to make plans for the future
Mhm.
and, set goals and stuff like that. But like, I celebrate every little fucking victory today.
Okay.
Every little victory,
Like the burnt toast theory.
That is my favorite. Katie can explain it really well.
So it's like you're at home, you make your toast, you burn your toast. Even if you make more toast, you burn that toast. There's a reason that your toast was burnt twice.
Yep.
Like you're on your way to work, there could have been a big pile up accident, but because you burnt your toast, You weren't in it. Yeah.
Burnt toast theory.
Or like
yeah.
the bank was being robbed and you burned your toast and you didn't make it into the bank in
So
time.
you were home saving your burnt toast instead of going and getting like it changed my life, man. Now when something bad happens, it really and me being so impatient, I've just sit and accept it because I'm like something bad probably would have happened to me if I left like when I was supposed to.
100%. I don't know how many times detours and all that stuff have taken me off the route I was planning on going, and I ended up in the parking lot at the West Club to hit a meeting that I wasn't going to hit that day, or at a gas station to get gas that I normally wouldn't get gas at. And here's a young man struggling, and I could see the pain in his fucking eyes asking me for $1. So you have a 30-minute conversation and you reach out and you give them some places to talk to, and you're not, you know what I mean? Like that is the type of shit, the burnt toast theory. Like, them are the things that I am actually able to notice and see now. Things I would have never been able to see in my addiction because it was me and me and me and only me. Now it's like I'm in the physical sense I'm here, but I am just so outside of myself these days, man. And it's the greatest feeling in the world. Like,
and I'm glad you said that because I feel like people take this the wrong way. Oh, nothing good ever happened to me when I was in addiction. I said, no, good things probably happened to you. You just didn't fucking see it. Like, addiction was terrible. Now I'm sober and everything's great. I'm like, okay, no, I'm glad you think like that. You just didn't see all the miracles in front of you. That's all it was. Like life is pretty much the same. I feel like it's just what you make. Literally, it's what you make it.
Yeah, how you deal with it now. You know, I still have bad days. I still have bad things happen to me, but it's literally just a moment now. I don't let it become a week and a month and a year and 10 years. And
you respond, you don't react.
Bingo.
Awesome.
Bingo.
So you guys meet in jail, and I'm sorry, how long were you guys in jail together?
7 months.
7 months.
Okay. So you guys actually did a bid together or whatever. Were you guys? Is it like hotels where you guys were, or was there a yard or? Hotels like I apologize. Channer Road. We got lucky out here. We get a yard.
Or you're talking like Clinton County too, like
Channer Road was originally intended to be a max 1 women's prison, so it's different setup.
I meant was it hotels in the terms of like you see in TV, you know, like you walk in, there's a little common area, and then you got cells to the side, or okay, right.
But you're locked out of your cell all fucking day, which creates a hostile environment.
Fuck yeah, it does.
In my opinion, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I am forever going to be grateful for the day that I got my last case. I was walking behind Aldi's on the west side of Lansing on my way to Plumtree Apartments.
Okay.
Some reason the alarm to Aldi's went off.
Okay.
All right. So I'm walking behind it as it's happening. So I see a fucking Eaton County cruiser pull up in front of me and stop and cut the lights.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I look to the right and there's a fence that I could hop and be gone.
Yep.
Froze. And that's not me. That's not me. You know what I mean?
Intervention.
And then I see my shadow in front of me because there's lights behind me now. And I turn around and that's a cop. And I'm like, here we go.
Yep.
You know, so that set this whole thing up though. Like, I was just tired, man. Like normally I would have fucking, you're not getting my name, fingerprint me, all the bullshit, try to get out of it. You know damn well I'm still gonna go to jail because I never get out of it. I don't know why this time is gonna be any different. But I was just like, look, man, I got warrants in like 3 different counties. I have some meth on me. I have a little, it's like, can I smoke a cigarette? Like, I know I'm going to jail and I need to go to jail for a while. Like, I'm ready. Didn't know drug court was going to be a thing yet.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I just was tired, you know? And I woke up in the morning to my court-appointed attorney telling me they were offering me drug court. And I'm like, fuck is drug court? Like,
saved my life.
And she's like, well, this is what it is. She's like, they're going to pay for your rehab. They're going to pay for your sober living. You're going to be on crazy felony probation. Like, you're going to.
Very intense.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, absolutely. You know, and the greatest thing that ever happened to me, man. It really was. Like, because like I said, I don't have no slow, like I'm 100 all the time. So I'd probably be dead right now. Yep. You know, like the way drugs are nowadays and where I was at mentally at the time, I gave up, you know, like I just didn't have, at the time, I didn't see that I had things to live for.
Yeah.
I didn't see that I had people that loved me, really loved me, not just what I could do for them or what, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I was just mentally not in a good place. And,
well, and sometimes it's hard for people to say I didn't have people that love me. In that moment, you might have been right because, like, it's hard for somebody to love you when you just stole from them. and stuff, but they always will have love for you. But sometimes in that moment, it might have felt like that because really in that moment, they might not have really loved you. Like there was a time I called my mom and, she didn't have time for my shit. And I felt like, oh, she doesn't love me. In that moment, she had every right not to. She had every right to, fuck you.
I feel like she still loved you. She just wasn't happy with you. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like, and I know, like, I know my people still love me. But I was toxic.
Yep.
And they had to protect themselves. And I see that now. And I understand that now after 3 years of putting in work and learning about, my addiction and my traumas and triggers and, like everything. I mean, like when I say I've indulged in this shit, like I have indulged in it. So I get it from a stand, I didn't love myself. And that's where the problem lay. Because again, and this is what I was trying to tell everybody, like I heard so much that you're a piece of shit, you're not gonna be anything, you're this or that. I started to believe it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And eventually it was just, again, I just gave up. I was just just on coast.
Yep.
Autopilot, just fucking nothing mattered,
Yeah. Did you both get into Pinnacle about the same time?
Yeah, I think you were like a month before.
I was a month before Josh got there.
Okay. What was the first week like getting out of jail? Better food? I mean, what was the first week? Or was it better food? I guess I should ask.
I went from jail to treatment, which was the same fucking trays. So the only thing that was better was the commissary was like, so noodles were $1.49 at Eaton County.
Yeah.
We got 2 for $1.25.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and they had a couple extra flavors, but other than that, like it was the same bullshit.
Oh, shit.
Same bullshit.
Gotcha.
It wasn't bad, man. The first week and a half, I adjusted rather well, and then probably like 3 weeks after getting out of there, I ended up getting a job at Land Visions right next door. So I started cutting grass again, which I had done for quite a while.
Okay.
So
How does the program work at Pinnacle?
So you come in, it's a 90-day program. You have to be engaged in some type of intensive outpatient therapy.
Okay.
If you're not working, you have to hit 14 meetings a week. If you are employed, you have to hit 7.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. That sounds more than fair. Yeah.
And I mean, they run house meetings there. There's a house meeting at
Every
the
day.
house every day. And then
Okay.
that would entail you to hit one outside meeting a
Yeah.
day.
Okay. And so just a 90-day program. After you're done there, what
You
happens?
can self-pay after 90 days.
Okay.
Now they actually are getting an extra 30-day extension through Mid-State Insurance or
So it'll be a 120-day program. Maybe?
well, it's not. It starts off as 90, and then if you haven't figured something out, like if you're going to go to a step-down house or if you're going on your own and you need more time and you don't want to go back out with nowhere to go, then you can try to get. They have like another grant that they can get for 30 days, or like when I was there, I did through Families Against Narcotics.
Okay.
I applied for a scholarship and got an extra 2 weeks on top of another 30-day from Mid-State through the insurance. You know what I mean? So like, or then you can self-pay. Like after all that funding is up and your time's out, you can self-pay, and it's $575 or $600 a month now. $575. Yeah,
That's cheap. I mean, really. I mean, considerably speaking, that's cheap.
that's extremely cheap.
Yeah. So I guess I don't understand what it is. Halfway house.
It's sober living.
So okay.
It's not a rehab,
Okay.
but it's as close to a rehab as you're gonna get.
Helps you stay sober.
Yeah, like you're getting structure. You're getting, like they have outside sources come in and run meetings. They have they give you every resource they have access to.
Awesome.
Whether you use them or not, that's on you, obviously. And but it's it's a safe place.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? For you to learn and get your shit
That's
back.
all you need, dude.
And
really.
it's in Lansing, but it's not like in the heart of Lansing.
I got you.
You know what I mean? There's a wooded area across the street. There's a Shell gas station down. Like you have to hike. The bus only runs once an hour.
Okay.
They don't run on the weekends right there. So like it just keeps you out of some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Very good. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. You looked at me like that. Like the look was like, oh, you good?
It's like Andy's place.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Yep. Same thing like Rise. You know
Okay.
what I mean, just
Yep.
just a different area.
Gotcha. Heck yeah.
Rise wasn't an option for me because I knew too much around that area, and that would have just been high risk for me. I think it's not a bad place for people that aren't from Lansing and don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But personally, for me, I needed to be out of the fucking way. I
Yep.
needed to not wake up and walk around the corner and see a fucking park I used to get high in and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I went and explored the woods. I used to bring big ass logs over because we had a fire pit. So I'd bring them over and I'd walk up and down the hill with them and work out with them, and then we'd burn them and have fires at night.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. So what happens after 90 days? Where did you go?
So I did my 90 days. I graduated from Pinnacle November 30th of 23.
Awesome.
I ended up moving back in with my son's mother.
Okay.
Was there for a little over a year. Some things weren't working out, man, you know, but we're better now that we're not together.
Gotcha.
You know, she gave me my son. You know, I don't have any hate or animosity towards her. You know, we co-parent the best we can.
Awesome.
You know, I get him every weekend. You know, he's definitely a huge inspiration for me to stay on the right path.
Yes, sir. Hell yes. And then you work for the place that saved your life. And can I say it like that?
Yeah,
Awesome,
most
man.
definitely. You know, like so while I was there, just before I graduated, like I took the CCAR PRC training online. I got that certification. You know, and then 2024, I was bouncing around doing different jobs. I was doing some under the table work for a lot of people. The guy who's my sponsor, I was laying flooring with him. You know, and then a mutual friend of ours, he ended up reaching out to somebody at MMRS. I ended up getting an interview with the man, and I've been there ever since, dude.
Heck yeah. Dude, being able to help people that were once in your shoes is a fucking amazing feeling.
It's definitely, it holds me accountable, you know, and they help me out more than what they really understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was there. I was exactly where they were at, you know, and just because I worked there doesn't mean that I'm better than them. You know, we're all equal in this stuff, you know. So when I'm able to go and possibly save a life, you know, that shit speaks volumes to me, man.
Oh yeah, it does. And then I'll be on this side. I never believed anybody that told me that when I was in it. You know, you were once here. Now that I'm on the other side, it's like, dude, you can have this. You can have this.
Yeah.
You just gotta open the door, or whatever the saying is. But you can have it.
Most definitely.
Awesome. What came after for you?
I went to a step down house for 2 months.
Okay.
And then I've been on my own
Awesome.
outside of that since then.
Heck yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, it's step down house was awesome. It gave me a little more time, you know, distance from the last time I used.
Yeah.
But also gave me a little more freedom of integrating myself back into a normal, quote unquote, normal life of, you know, having to deal with real world problems and
You don't put that shit in the wallet, man? Jesus.
Yeah.
Where my fucking money is. Thanks for the birthday present.
Make sure you get back to Lansing safe. But yeah, like it was you know, I think right out of Pinnacle I still would have been okay. Because I was just at that point mentally, like I said, like I was just tired of there's nothing that will ever take me back.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Period.
I don't care.
Period.
Nothing, nobody,
Yep.
nothing.
Yep.
And so but I didn't have the financial security at the time. I just got a good job. I was saving up money, trying to get a vehicle. I didn't have fucking credit score. I didn't have, you know what I mean? I didn't want to ask anybody to help me in terms of co-signing or things like that, because then I don't appreciate it.
Mhm.
I didn't work as hard for it. I feel, you know what I mean?
I agree.
And so I ran that out, and then I was able to get a vehicle on my own. Now I have I moved twice this year, and not because I fucking got kicked out or evicted or couldn't pay the bills, like
Mhm.
upgrading. And that's
Oh, yeah.
that's because of Pinnacle, man. Like
Awesome.
I had no structure at all. Like I have any addict has the craziest work ethic.
Yep.
And I'm not saying just by like going and doing a 8-hour a day job. Like to be a drug addict, that's a 24-hour a day job.
Definitely.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, you got the mental stress of trying to remember the lies and the manipulation and who you already asked and use this lie to, and
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So like, I figured if I can even apply a fraction of that fucking energy into doing something good now and positive and the next right thing, like fucking endless possibilities, man. Like endless.
Yeah.
And in all reality, man, life has been something I never imagined or ever thought it could be.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I feel like I deserve it. Like I'm deserving of the life I have now. It's not like I was a trust fund baby or something. You know what I mean? Like I literally was able to take all of my personal shit, like we were talking about before the meeting, to my new place.
Yep.
And it all came with me. Like I
Oh,
didn't have to fucking. I've been haven't had to sell anything.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get something new and then sell it 2 days later so I can get high. Like
Mhm.
I deserve it though.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, I do deserve a good
Yep.
life. Everybody deserves a good life.
That's what they were saying.
I
and
know.
I don't understand how to make that
That's
better.
because it's vertical on your phone when you're
Yeah.
watching.
Oh, I see.
So if it was full screen, you just rotate your
I
phone, which is
gotcha.
why I have the banner saying that.
Oh, gotcha. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Okay. My wrap-up questions are all the same, and this also gives you both a spot too if I missed anything. So, is there anything that I missed, or anything that you would like to share? Anything I didn't ask that I should have asked?
Stay focused, man. Like if people are struggling, don't hesitate to reach out and ask for help, man. You know, if you feel you're in a bad spot mentally, call some trusted friends, man. Hit a meeting, do something to get your mind off of that thought. You know, I'm just grateful for where I'm at today, man.
Well, now that you work at Pinnacle, I'm sure you've learned a lot. How long does a thought really last? Don't they have like a number on it? Like it's like 30 seconds or something?
30 seconds or so.
Gotcha.
So I mean, if you can do something to, you know, interrupt that thought process, you can be all right.
Yep. It doesn't last that long, man.
No.
Even a craving I've had, it's like, still after 2 years, did they come here or go? But here
Oh,
or
yeah.
there, it's like after a minute, it's like, what the fuck was I even thinking?
Oh,
Play the tape all the way through, like they say.
Oh yeah,
Like,
most
oh,
definitely.
this could be fun, but I'm gonna piss the bed and black out. My wife's gonna hate me. She's like, yeah, let's just not do that. Like, let's just not. Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything I did? Is there anything that I missed? Is there anything you want to share?
You know, it's not. Recovery is a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Not always gonna be rainbows and glitter and unicorns and all that other fucking shit that's associated with good things.
Yep.
But it's worth it. It really is.
Mhm.
Like I'm 40. My mom's 60, coming up on 64.
Mhm.
Limited time with her.
Yeah.
I have limited time with everybody.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And I threw away 20 years doing me and not caring about other people. And I don't want other people to have regrets. I don't want other people to have that if I had only did this or that, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I don't regret the things that I did because it shaped and molded me into who I am today and the person and the understanding that I have of everything. But I did some things that I'm ashamed of.
Yeah.
And this is my chance to not change it, but to just correct the habit and patterns that I used to display and maybe influence and inspire somebody else. You know what I mean? And that's the greatest reward I get out of this today. Like I have, I have people that reach out and are like, dude, I like this motherfucker did it. I can do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Straight
fuck yeah, you can.
Straight up.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
dude. Like, and it's crazy. I was your inspiration and now you're my fucking inspiration. You know what I mean?
Yep.
full circle.
Roles can reverse,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Whatever. Yeah.
Like, and imagine how many other people you're now doing that for
Exactly.
by just doing the right thing and showing up every fucking day.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do is show up every day.
Literally.
Show
Dude.
up.
And now in today's world, like talking about work, but it still works with that.
Yeah.
Half the battle's just getting there.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. That's what I'm learning from like coworkers. I'm like, fuck, if you just show up, you'd be a good worker. That's the problem, though. You don't show up.
So you were talking about the toast theory, burnt toast theory.
Mhm.
Have you ever heard of the spoon theory?
Maybe.
Okay, so the spoon theory is you get up out of bed, right? And you don't know how many spoons you're gonna have for the day. To get out of bed, it might take a spoon. To go put coffee on might take a spoon. Brush your teeth might take a spoon. You might only have 3 spoons for the day. Now you got the rest of the fucking day and you don't got no more spoons.
Okay.
Now you might acquire a spoon later from somebody doing something nice or whatever. I like the thought of that, but this is where it comes to just show up. Like I used to do this all the time in jail. All right, and MRT. I'd go like this when she talk about the spoon theory. Her husband called them bullets, right? And then they'd be out and be like, I don't got enough fucking bullets to deal with the kids today. And I'm like, I shouldn't say it like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that's not how it was meant, but that's how it's going to be interpreted. Like, but I just, like, I have zero, I give 0 fucks. Like, I don't care if I wake up and I don't feel good. Now if I'm going to make it so somebody else gets sick or things like that, like, I'm not going to do it. But if I'm not going to put anybody else in harm's way or things of that nature, like, taking my ass to work. If I, like, there's all kinds of shit that I don't want to do. But then when I fucking get my ass up and I do it,
you start feeling
I'm
better.
like,
Shit,
damn, dude, like, what? I'm being a fucking bitch. Like, what the fuck was I even complaining about?
Yeah, dude, my worst day now is better than my best day high. I mean, talking about body feeling, waking up sick. My dude, you wake up after a fucking bender. My face has never felt so terrible. Now when I wake up sick, I'm like, fuck, dude, this ain't nothing compared to what it used to be. It ain't nothing. Crazy. Yeah, like now my nose is plugged. Everything plugged full of cut, and I'm fucking just shit, and just, you know what I mean? Like now I'm just like, blow my nose, get on with my day,
Like,
man.
It's just, but that's what got me to where I'm at now is just showing up. And it don't have to, like, and this is why I said, like, I celebrate the victories, man, no matter what. So if I have this is what I'm gonna do for today, and I get 80% of it done, I'm celebrating that 80%. 20 other percent that it was supposed to be today will come tomorrow. You know what I mean? But if I treat myself like I failed,
it's gonna be hard.
Here's that toxic, negative shit that we start believing again. You know what I mean? Like, so no, like, fuck, man, I did my best, and that's all I can fucking ask for.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
I showed up and did my best.
Perfect. What's your definition of success?
Man, for me, being able to not have to go back into that active addiction, man, being able to be around family and them trust me, being able to have my son every weekend, being able to give back, man.
Oh yeah, I think ours is about the same on that, honestly, dude. What's your definition of success?
Being impeccable with my word.
Yes, sir.
Like today, people, when I say something, they know I'm going to come through. They know that they can rely on me. They know they can count on me. They know they're not going to get some bullshit story on why I can't do it now, or you know what I mean.
Text you 8 hours late with an excuse.
Like there's no. I'm impeccable with my word. Like if I say I'm going to do something or be somewhere, I'm going to do something. I'm going to be somewhere.
That's it.
My stepdad asked me to come out and help blow insulation in the attic in the garage, and I was like, absolutely. For one, you never asked me to do shit because I was never fucking reliable. Like 100 times you'd be like, I need help with this, and I'm like, yeah, and then something would come up. But so I got out there and I was like, man, I thought about calling you and fucking with you. Like, hey, I'm not going to make it. And he's like, I had to call it horse shit. He's like, that's not who you are today. Like, I know you say something, you're going to do it. And that hits hard. Like, I never thought that I would have that kind of respect from people. You know what I mean? And then animals, children, strangers are something that I look at now with dealing with people. You know what I mean? Like, especially somebody I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
if an animal don't fucking come around you, or a child don't come around you,
I probably
9
don't
times
want
out
to be
of 10, I
around
don't want to be around
Yeah,
you.
straight up.
And it's because of the energy that you
Yep.
put off. You know what I mean? But today that's different. Like, I have strangers approach me, and animals and children, you know what I mean? And that's the greatest feeling. Like, I am a safe place for even just a random person on the streets to feel
Safe.
okay and be vulnerable.
Yep.
You know,
Awesome.
also that's another thing too, man. Being vulnerable in addiction will get you killed.
Yep.
Being vulnerable in recovery will be your fucking greatest asset ever.
Yep. Save your fucking life.
It will save your fucking life.
Yep, it will.
I am not too proud. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm a fucking man, and I was
Yeah.
raised. You don't have feelings, and you don't. You know what I mean? You just handle your fucking business, and I do that today.
Mhm.
But when I know I need to ask for help, I'm gonna ask for help,
I'm gonna do it.
and I get it every time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never really been told no when I need help. So
Yeah.
I've never really like, you know.
It really is, man. So it's, you know, it's not a bad thing to be vulnerable in the right circumstances. It really can help you and save your life.
So I'm going to tag you guys in the full video. My Facebook cut me early on my Facebook. So I will tag you guys in the Prisoner to Painter. It's more official anyways. It's probably the one you wanted to watch anyways. But well, because it has the intro, the outro, like it's got the whole 9. I'll tag you guys in it after.
Okay.
Mine ended early. It cuts me off of Facebook when a certain word said, and I don't know what it is yet. So I bet you
that
it was
fuck
some.
probably 100 times.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it didn't kick us though. So
We've
I don't know.
been doing that and it hasn't kicked us. Sometimes if we say a certain thing, or I don't know if we're getting reported or if it's just the AI moderators who's like, nope, we're not doing that.
But the
Freedom
Facebook
of
on
speech.
my Facebook, the Prisoner to Painter one always is, I don't know. Whatever. Katie, we are on to your wrap up questions.
If you now, I'm gonna ask both of you at the same time. So if you now met younger you, would you guys get along, and vice versa? Would younger you like you now?
Younger me would fucking hate me. Younger me would hate me because I'm actually responsible and adulting like I should at 40 finally. But yeah, younger me would not like me. But younger me was also defiant and lost and scared, and you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And would older you like younger you? Like you right now? Would you get along with the younger you?
I don't know. I would not condone 99.9% of the things younger me did.
Yeah.
But the version of me now, I think, could have inspired the younger me to do something different at an earlier age and not squander a lot of time and see all the blessings that I did have throughout those years that I didn't see until later in life. You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree.
So,
and then same with you.
Man, I definitely don't. I would have to agree a lot with Josh on this one. You know, I don't think the younger me would like the new me. And the older me probably would have tried to like be some type of an inspiration to the younger me, but I don't think the younger me would have listened. I had to go through and make all the horrible choices that I made to be who I am today.
Yes, sir. And then Katie's favorite question: one word to wrap up your entire journey. One word.
Has to be a real
one
word.
Yeah.
Has to be a real word.
We've had words such as recovery, hope, fire. I don't know why they said fire, but that was neat. One word to sum up your journey.
mine's going to be discipline.
Okay. Right on.
Mine's going to be discipline 100%.
Persistence.
Persistence.
Perfect. You know, we started that as to see if anybody ever said the same word. We have not had one of the same words in 100 guests. I'm not kidding.
We have had one overlap.
Oh,
It was resilient.
it was resilience. You're right. And it was 2 women. No sexism there. It was just 2 women. It just was 2 women. Okay, sorry. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks for having
We're
us.
gonna cut the camera and then have you guys on our table if that's okay.
Yeah.
But before that, got you both a gift card, nothing fancy, $20 to Mobil. There you
Thank
guys
you.
go.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, for gas, whatever, drinks. I see you guys drink energy drinks, whatever. So yeah, $20.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank
on.
you guys
I'm
very
I'm probably going to go find somebody on the streets and give this
There you
to
go.
them.
Yeah. Hey, no, dude, that's perfect.